Hello, everyone from Chelsea Fan TV. I hope you're all doing very, very well. Welcome back to another video, another live show, another evening show where we go through all of the latest Chelsea news regarding the club at the moment. Obviously, transfer season is open until the Club World Cup kicks off. We've only got like a couple of days, if that, left to get through everything. So there's a decent amount of business going on as it stands. And Chelsea are involved. I know a lot of people have been complaining about the lack of business we've done, but I would argue that we actually did a lot of our business before, but that doesn't change the fact that we still need to invest and upgrade the team. We've had a number of players that have left, and there you go. Listen, I'm here with Kev. How you doing, Kev? You look tired. You look very tired.
Oh no, I'm not tired, man. I'm good, man. I ain't long got back in. I've just been doing some football sessions. So yeah, but I'm all good, man. I'm all good. Just all things Chelsea as usual. Linked to 100 million players moving on. Just another day in it, but I'm sure we'll go into all those topics over the next hour.
We will. We absolutely will, Kev. And we're gonna be talking about everything. From incomings to outgoings. We've got an outgoing as well. We're going to be speaking about obviously the Maignan deal. We're going to talk about Jamie Gittins, how that's progressing as well. We're also going to be touching on Bettinelli, who is leaving to go to Man City. We're going to be speaking about that. So stay tuned for the whole show, guys. Smash the like button as well if you haven't already. And yeah, we're going to get through this. Big up to Chelsea King, hope you're doing well. Big up to Lorenzo. Big up to Jordan as well. Always good to see you. Yeah, good day, mate. Good day. What about you, Kev? Good day?
Good day, man. Always a good day, brother. It's
Busy day.
always a good day. Always a good day. As
There you
long as I
go.
wake up in the morning and see the beautiful world, it's always a good day, brother.
There
God
you
give
go.
thanks.
Hey, Kev, are you able to put your camera up a little bit? Because the top of your head is sort of cut off. Oh, that's better. That's much better.
Sorry, brother. Yeah. Cool.
That's all good. Big up to Daniel as well. He says he hopes we get Maignan done before the Club World Cup. I can't have another season with Sanchez. I have a bit of sympathy for you there, mate. So that's fair enough. Right, where do we start, Kev? Where do we start? I'll let you choose, mate. Would you like to talk about incomings or outgoings first?
Outgoings.
Okay, let's talk about outgoings then.
Outgoings.
So this is one that I didn't see coming, and when I heard about it, I'll be honest with you, I can't say that I'm keen on this. Now, Lewis has come out on Twitter and says that it's pathetic that people want to complain about the fact that our third choice goalkeeper's leaving to go to Man City. I would argue that there's a genuine reason to want to keep him. And I don't really see how it benefits us getting rid of him unless Man City are giving us a really big fee, which wouldn't be the case. I mean, Simon Johnson and The Athletic wrote, Chelsea are appreciative of Marcus Bettinelli's service over his 4 years at Stamford Bridge. Chelsea expect to finalise talks soon and agree for him to join City in time for the upcoming Club World Cup. Just your take on it straight away, Kev, because for me, I know it's not the biggest, it's not really a big deal in the grand scheme of things, but if you dive into it and you see what the player does in terms of the dressing room, he's obviously one of the older players. He's been at the club for a number of years. He's very popular. And I think that those things all help. And there's a reason that Man City want him. Surely we've got a good asset there. If Man City are going to try and poach him, we're just basically saying, off you go, mate, no problem. I don't really understand why we've made it so easy. But again, JC, I just want JC. It's not about him starting for us. It's not about that. It's about everything else. It's about what he brings to the dressing room and his character. That's what we're talking about here. We're not talking. We know he's not going to start for Chelsea. That's never going to be the case. He's not going to start for City. But why have they signed him then? Why is he valuable?
I think it's one of them Scott Carson signings for him. I think City being smart.
Scott Carson's leaving. That's why they're getting him.
He's left, so he's just one of the ones who'll just be. He'll be helping out the goalkeepers like he's been doing with Chelsea, and he's just one of them to sit in the background. Probably has 1 or 2 appearances a season. I just feel like we've got to start offloading players. I have no problem with him leaving. Yeah, okay. They did talk to him helping out with the coaching side of stuff and helping out in the dressing room. But when you've got 10 goalkeepers on the books, Kepa's got to go, Bettinelli's going to go. We need about another 3 more that needs to be offloaded, mate. You can't have 10 goalkeepers. What is the point of having 10 goalkeepers on the books, bro? Just doesn't make no sense. This has not happened this has never happened in the history of football to have 10 goalkeepers, bro. So we've got to offload some, and unfortunately, City have come in with the offer. Chelsea are going to upset because some players have got to be cut. So he's just part of that circle. Like I said, yeah, it's probably a bit unfortunate that he's got such a good relationship with other goalkeepers and players in the dressing room, but we've got to clear up some funds, and it just seems like he's one of the players that have got into that area.
Yeah, I mean, look, this is, by the way, guys, we are going to look at Maignan very shortly. We'll just finish up on Bettinelli, then we'll move on to Maignan. We'll go from there, so stay tuned.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised that City are interested. I'm not surprised. But I just, yeah, I want to know how much they're paying for the guy. I want to know what the fee is. There's got to be a fee involved.
Yeah.
His contract's not due to expire, as far as I'm aware. He's 33 years old. He's got a year remaining on his deal. So basically, okay, actually, this makes more sense though. So because he's got a year left on his deal, it's a bit like Maignan. We'd rather get something for him rather than nothing. So that actually makes more sense.
Yeah. The thing is, though, when's the last time?
If he had a couple of years left on his deal, I don't think we accept that.
Thing is, though, when's the last time you've seen him play? I don't think I can remember a time when I've seen him play for Chelsea. He ain't played this season.
No, he hasn't played for a few years, mate.
Oh, there you go, then. Take £1 million for him. Get him off the books.
Well, $1 million is less than what you would get if he left on a free. So, do you know what? Actually, I didn't realize he only had 1 year left. So I feel better about that deal knowing that.
Yeah. If Kepa's going for £5 million, he's not going to be. It's going to be £1 million, isn't it? It's not going to be much. Or, like you said, you offload another keeper. If you're going to go and sign Maignan from AC Milan, that would make it the 11th goalkeeper. We've got 11 goalkeepers. We've got a full squad of keepers. We've got to start taking them out, bro. So if it means Bettinelli going, Kepa going, and a couple others, it makes sense, man. So yeah, I'm all for it. But yeah, Bettinelli, thanks for your service for the 3 games you've played in the 4 years you've been here.
There you go. No, I like Bettinelli. He's a nice bloke. When I went to the training ground as well, Kev, he was one of the nicest guys around. Him and Levi Colwell were the nicest people when we went to Cobham. Always very respectful, always a good laugh. Happy to have a chat as well. So yeah, just a good bloke, and I think that's why he's been kept around, to be honest with you, because he's just a good bloke. But we'll see what happens. Now let's move on to the big one. We've had some breaking news, Kev. Some breaking news, and we're going to get straight onto it, guys. There you go. DiMarzio has come out. Pies has just tweeted as well. Chelsea have bid £18 million for Maignan.
Breaking news.
What's that, mate?
So we've agreed £18 million. It's agreed. Yeah. What's that?
No, it's not been agreed. We've done the bid. We've sent the bid off.
Yeah.
So we need to get an answer from AC Milan.
They're holding up for 25 million.
They're not going to get 25, mate. They won't get it. They won't get it. I really don't believe they'll get it. Here we go. This is the article. See if we can get a little bit of a translation. So Chelsea increased the offer for Mike Maignan to £18 million. And then if we go on the article, see if I can get it translated. Great. So some of it might be a bit off because it is translated from Italian. I mean, that's actually it. I mean, that's literally the article. Fair enough. Fair play. So, yeah, literally, it's just the same thing, just on a website. So, yeah, there you go. We've increased our bid to £18 million for Mike Maignan. I'll be honest, I'm not surprised, but I will be surprised if we go higher than that. I think this is the final bid. I think if this bid gets rejected, this deal's not going anywhere. So 18 million is not bad. Apparently that's 18. No, but yeah, that's 20 million euros. So that's about what they wanted anyway. So that seems like a serious offer.
Yeah. What my worries are is, though, he's such a top goalkeeper. Obviously, there's only a year left on his contract. Next season, they might not get nothing, but there's going to be another team that's going to come in for him, and they might be willing to pay the 25 million pounds. So I really want this deal to get across the line. We need. I've said it from a couple of years ago. We need a top world class goalkeeper, and that's what you're getting with him. I was all for bringing in Petrovic and giving him a chance, but if you've got Petrovic as your number 2 and Maignan as your number 1, that's goalkeeper quality. That's like 2. You got your Champions League, you got your league goalkeeper, you got your Champions League keeper, you got your FA. Wow, that is some.
So if we brought in Maignan and we have Petrovic as well, presuming he stays, which I don't think he would, I would love Petrovic to be our number 2 as well, or even another loan deal to Strasbourg. I'd love him to just stay a part of what we are building, and then potentially could get his chance in a number of years, because I'm a big Petrovic fan. Everybody knows this. I'm a huge fan of Petrovic, but I can appreciate Magnan's a better keeper. I don't doubt that. I don't dispute that. But I don't see us doing what we've done with Jorgensen and Sanchez. I don't see that happening with Maignan and any other keeper. I think once you have a solid number 1, you just have a number 1. And there is no, okay, this guy will play in the Champions League, this guy will play in the Premier League. They're both huge competitions, Kev. And he will want to play in both.
Yeah, you'll still have your FA Cup and your cup, like your League Cup goalkeepers, well, but it's just the normal.
Well, if they do that, then fair enough.
It always happens. The thing with Petrovic is as well, because he had such a good season last year. We only signed him for, I think, was it £12 million? We signed him for Petrovic. It wasn't much, wasn't it?
We paid about 14 million for Petrovic.
How much?
14.
So his transfer fee is doubled just because of last year. Goalkeeper of the year last year. One of the best goalkeepers.
They're saying that he's worth 25, Kev, which is what frustrates me.
Petrovic. So yeah. So they've made, so you point 14, that's the 11 million pound profit, which is still good on the books.
It's shit, Kev. It's shit. It's
profit. Still goes down and the books.
If you sell Petrovic for 25 million pounds, whatever it is, euros, I just think it's poor business. I think he's worth about 40. Yeah. He's worth about 40 million, mate. He's 25 years old. He's a top keeper. You said it yourself. He's the best goalkeeper in France last season. If we're going to sell the guy, fair enough. You know what? Magnan's coming in. Like, I'm not. It does leave me with a bit of a sour feeling because I love Petrovic, but I can respect it. I can respect it. But if you're going to sell the guy, get as much money as you can for him. Don't accept it's pennies, mate, for a top keeper, which is exactly what we're doing with Maignan, to be fair. So, we'll see what happens there. Maybe it's just a case of Petrovic basically paying for Maignan later down the line when we sell him. But we'll see. But yeah, I mean, Kev, the initial offer was obviously a lot lower. It was about 12.7 million. So we've gone up to 18. So that's a decent increase. Yeah. Considering we are penny pinchers FC at the moment. What do you make of this? Do you think that it's a deal that realistically will happen, or do you think this bid's getting rejected? Because I'm looking in the comments as well, and a lot of people think this bid won't be accepted.
I think we'll go all out signing. You know what it's like in transfer negotiations. A lot of to and froing. We're going to be stubborn with what they want. We're going to be stubborn in what we want to get him for. I think 18 might be 22 million pounds in the next couple of days, and maybe that gets it across the line. I think it's very close. You're talking £4 million off. I think if we increase it to 22 million pounds, you've got your man. It's halfway, isn't it? So it's not far off. You get your man, and that's it. Maybe we throw someone in the picture as well. We've got that many players at the moment. I'm sure AC Milan would be interested in someone that we've got. So maybe they say, you know what, 18 million, and before you a loan deal in there. They've got that much up-and-coming players at the moment. I'm sure 18 million of an aging squad. They can get someone from us, so it's not far off. I think we've got our man. He wants to come to us. He wants to leave. Do AC Milan want to miss out on opportunity to get money for their player? He's going to stay next year, be unhappy, and they get nothing for him. So it just doesn't make no sense from their side. So I feel like it's very close, and hopefully he gets across the line this week.
Well, it's not long. We've had another tweet as well, which I've seen in the comments as well, saying check out what Fabrizio has been saying. So this is what Fabrizio said. Slightly less specific than Pies. I mean, he's given us a number, so it's good to know how much we've actually bid for Maignan, £80 million. Earlier today, Fabrizio said AC Milan and Chelsea are again in direct contact today for Mike Maignan to discuss terms of the deal. Maignan remains keen on joining Chelsea, with the player pushing for a deal to happen, but it's up to the clubs now. And then he's literally just updated, 10 minutes ago, saying negotiation is still underway for Mike Maignan, club to club, with Chelsea on it, 1 to the deadline. So this is a deal. If it does get done, that will be done not long before the deadline is over for the Club World Cup. So this is a player we're obviously keen to bring to America. And we hear the same thing about Jamie Gittins as well, but there seems to be a little bit more intensity. And what's the word? You know, when you play a big game, Kevin, it's tense and everybody's just a little bit more focused than normal. I guess I use the Xbox terminology or the PlayStation. We've gone from leaning back to leaning forward, and we're just.
I know the feeling.
So I can see that the fan base, we are waiting intently for this one. I mean, this is a serious deal. So if we can get this done, then I do think that we're going to be looked at as a more serious outfit. That doesn't change the fact that I still think Petrovic is a great keeper. But the thing is, with Petrovic, I feel like I have to persuade people that he's good half the time, even though I don't really understand why they would think any differently. But Maignan is a keeper renowned on the world stage.
Yeah, he's a world class keeper. Petrovic has got the potential to be a world class keeper. I feel like I wouldn't get rid of Petrovic yet. I'd be looking to offload others. I'd rather prefer loaning Petrovic for another season to increase his value. You loan him out to another team in the Prem or back in France, he has another good season. That only increases his value furthermore. But it's smart business by Chelsea. I hate to say it because I'm not the massive fans of Clear Lake and everything that's going on, but when you've got a keeper, he's done so well at your sister club, let's say, that's increased his value by 11 million. Maybe another good season, he increases again by another 10. So before you know it, from 14 million, you got a 15 million keeper, and that's profits. So I'd rather keep hold of Petrovic, loan him out, increase his value even more, and then probably have Maignan is your number 1, Sanchez is your number 2. That's not bad. That's not bad depth at all.
Well, that's great depth. It's great depth, but I'm just worried that, is Petrovic going to accept being the number 2? That's what I said.
Loan him out. Loan him out. Loan him out. Get him. Don't sell him for the bare minimum when he could increase his value. He has another good season elsewhere. The team likes him and they're willing to pay 45, 50 next season. So it's in our hands. But they've got to be smart with how they're doing it. I wouldn't be looking to sell him right now. You're not going to get the maximum amount you can get for him. I'd look to loan him again. So hopefully they can get that right. In regards to the Gittins deal, like you just mentioned, didn't really know much about him, but I started doing. He had a good Champions League campaign, and I started doing a bit of research on him. Man, I'm telling you now, man, there's not a better winger in transition.
So we're talking about Gittins now.
Gittins.
Yeah. No, we'll get on to Gittins, mate. We'll get on to Gittins.
I thought he did mention him short. I thought he was going to talk about him. So
no, we're going to talk about it all, mate. But this is breaking news. That's why we're sticking on Maignan. I think you make a really interesting point, though, about the way that we'll manage Petrovic in this situation. Because, to be honest, I agree with you. I think that a loan probably is the best way to increase his value, if the rumors are true that we only value him, and the fact that we only value him at 25 million is quite worrying. I value him at really 40 million, and I think that's a good deal for many, many clubs. So if we're not able to get that kind of money for Petrovic, then I do think you hold out and you wait for more and you just loan him out again. This time, instead of Strasbourg, I think you could potentially loan him to Milan. You could probably do a deal like that. I mean, that could work.
I think me and you should be the board of directors, mate, because we make more sense than Clearlake, bro. Why not? There you go, £20 million, and I'll give you Petrovic for a season. There you go. You got French's best keeper last season as your replacement. Works hand in hand. Maybe next year, AC Milan like him. AC Milan like him, and they're like, you know what, we want to keep him, £40 million. So you basically swapped two keepers. You've got their world class keeper. They've got your number two, but you've got £40 million from them, and we've got 80 million. You know what I'm saying?
The only issue that we have with the Petrovic deal, Kev, is I don't actually know if Petrovic would want to go to Milan because they don't have Champions League football. So they don't really have anything to offer to attract the player, other than the fact that Milan are a big club. But I don't necessarily see them spending 40 million quid on a new keeper. The Italian teams generally don't do that.
They are tight. But mate, listen, everyone's got their figure, mate, and it is what it is. If they don't come with it, if he has another season like he did last year in the Italian league, obviously AC Milan have not got They're not in European Cup. They're not in Europe next year, aren't they? They finished 8th, so that's the only minor concern. But if he has another season like he did at Strasbourg last year, you're looking at potentially 40-50 million pound keeper next year. So if AC Milan don't sign him, maybe another team comes up with that figure. Because like I said, there is a shortage of world class keepers in the world right now, especially of someone being so young with that ceiling. So I would have said him, yeah, I'd hold out another year. It just makes sense financially.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of best goalkeepers in the world, where do we rank Maignan? I mean, if you've got a list, where is he actually ranked in world football at the moment? I'm intrigued to know.
Top five all day. Top five all day.
Top five. So, I mean, I'm on 90 min as well. I'm intrigued to see where they've put him. They've got Pickford as 19. They've got Diogo Costa's 17. This is another player we will link with, Chevalier as well from Lille. Maignan used to play for Lille.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, we wanted to originally.
They put him as number 9 on 90 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
He's been renowned as the best goalkeeper in Serie A. Yeah, I mean, he's a top keeper, mate. He's a top keeper. I didn't watch any of the France games either, but I did see a compilation of some of the goals and saves that he made. You know, it's not bad. It's not bad, mate. Like some people, they do make a lot of noise if a player has one game, and I think take it with a pinch of salt. You know, every player has bad games, but if there's just the fact that people are having this world class conversation about Maignan tells me that he is a player worth looking at. And the fact that he's experienced addresses a lot of the fans' concerns as well. We've always heard this rumor that Chelsea would always be willing to sign an experienced player if they felt like it was the right player. And it seems like Maignan in the Clearlake era is the first experienced player, properly experienced player, established player, quote unquote, world-class player that we have brought into our squad. We weren't willing to do it.
No, you got to remember that the first season, mate, we signed fair enough of experienced players.
No, not Bowley, Clearlake. Since Clearlake took control. So Bowley for me was separate because he was in charge. We're talking about what Eghbali has been doing. So under Eghbali, this is the first genuinely experienced world-class option and player that we can look at and say, do you know what? Fair play. And you can also say great business because we are opportunists in the market. That's how we got hold of Jadon Sancho. We managed to get João Felix to cut his wages and take a lower contract last season. Tosin was on a free. We've done that with so many different players. And people are upset because they think, well, that's fine. You can do this with a number of players, but ultimately this isn't going to win you titles. And it's players that Maignan that put us in the conversation. We're nowhere near as it stands, but I don't think there's many other teams, as you just said, in world football that turn down a player like that. So I don't think we can have any complaints now about our goalkeeping department, which for me was the first real block and hiccup that Maresca had this season was his choice of goalkeeper. So I'm absolutely chuffed that we finally, next season, whether it's Maignan or whether it's Petrovic, we can be happy with our keeper. But it looks like it will be Maignan based on what we're seeing now. I mean, if Milan reject that, I'll be very surprised. And I don't think that Chelsea would come in higher than 80 million. I don't think they'd do it.
I just feel like, mate, you've hit the nail on the head, man. Just £20 million and Petrovic goes the other way on loan. I cannot. That's just like, it suits both parties. Maignan gets to move on and to the next phase of his career, gets Champions League football, and Petrovic goes to go to a well-established, well-known football team in a better league than he was last year, and a chance for him to perform on a better stage. So it just makes sense. Doing a shop door there, but it's all good news, man. I am 100% convinced that this Maignan deal will be across the line by the end of the week. So it's good that we go. It's good that
they don't even have that. I think they've got like a couple of days, if that. So
why is that though?
Because of the Club World Cup deadline. When's the deadline, guys? It might even be tonight. Club World Cup transfer deadline. Yeah, not long at all, mate.
Tomorrow 7 p.m. I've been told.
Is it tomorrow 7 p.m.? Yes, Tuesday, June 10th, 7 p.m. UK time.
Oh, we need to get Gittins and this Maignan deal done by tomorrow, then, don't we?
That is the goal. That is the idea. Yes, that is absolutely the idea. So whether we can get those deals done is one thing. I mean, we're certainly making leeway on the Maignan deal, but we obviously got to get Gittins done as well.
I've heard that Gittins is the contract's already been agreed. It's just a matter of formalising and agreeing the fee now. I think they want close to 45 million for him. So it's not far off. So hopefully that we'll get some news on that. But we haven't spoken on Gittins yet, and the qualities that he will bring down that left hand side. I am all for it.
Well, let's react to some of the comments, and then we're going to go into Gittins. Then let's react, and then we'll go into it. Okay, so let's see. We've got any questions? Big up to Jenksy. Hope you're doing well. Good to see everyone. JC, Tom, always a pleasure. Alex, good to see you. Jabo says, I have a feeling we'll get Leao later in the window, especially if we wrap up Maignan. Jorge Mendes loves fleecing these bum sporting directors. It's not a coincidence. We are the biggest commission payers in the world. I don't think the Leao deal is something that will happen, to be honest with you. But never say never. But I wouldn't put it on the agenda, to be honest with you. I wouldn't put it on the agenda. Charles Skull, I think he agrees with you in the sense that we can have two cup keepers. Although we'd probably say if we are looking to sell Petrovic, you would send him back out on loan. And yes, Sanchez is done now. If Maignan comes, Sanchez is finished.
And maybe that's like I said last week. West Ham being interested in a new keeper, we're interested in Kudus. There you go. Maybe that's another little top door we can get over the line there as well. So interesting times, man. Like I said, the goalkeeper department. If we get Maignan, the goalkeeper situation is not a problem. I feel like there's other parts of the field that we need to invest in and look at, but hopefully we can get it over the line. I really do.
Tom has said number one, Maignan. Number 2, Petrovic. Number 3, Turd. Strasbourg will have Jorgensen. Pender's on loan.
Sanchez sold, Kepa sold, Bettinelli sold.
Oh, I thought who's number 3, Turd? I thought that was a joke about Sanchez.
No, number 3, Turd Jorgensen.
His name's not.
He's just taking the piss in that Turd. He's a turd Jorg.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Sanchez. Oh, fair enough. Guys, smash the like button if you haven't already. I have no idea what we're on, but let's run it. We've got over 300 of you in the building.
304 in watching, and we're on 47 likes so far.
47 likes. That is, come on, people. Come on. I am in Greece on holiday, and Kev has had a long day at work. It's almost 1 a.m. in Greece, my local time. It's what time is it for you, Kev? 10:30?
10:25 to be precise.
10:35. We are still going live. Come on, people, smash the like buttons. This is what we do. We do it every day anyway, to be fair. So it's not only when we've got big news. We were going to stream regardless. If it wasn't going to be about Maignan, we were probably going to run a show on Bettinelli. I mean, that's how it would have been.
Bettinelli is just the Robert Green of Chelsea.
Yeah, no, that's a good way of.
He's basically Robert Green. Like we had all them years when he had like one appearance daily for us. And then we won the Champions League and he got his top on. That was it. Yeah, basically, yeah. Robert Green all over again.
True. It's true. Yeah. Big up to Neon Underdog. Appreciate the super chat, mate. He says, boys, there is a lot of time left in both windows. Let's not hang on to our hope on Tuesday's windows. FGS, it's not the only window in the Club World Cup. What does FGS mean? Oh, for goodness sake. Oh, for God's sake. Okay, sorry. I'm not very good with my slang. No, listen, I'm not pinning everything on that, but, it's like anything. Get it done early, then you don't have to worry about it, like with anything. So we're just in a situation where we want to, we'd rather get these deals done now. We'd rather get them done early, and that's the situation we're in at the moment. So if we can get Maignan done now, by the way, if we don't get this deal done for Maignan, I don't think it's getting done whatsoever. I did a video 2 days ago. I didn't think this deal would happen because the valuation was so far off. And I just thought, well, knowing us, we will take the piss. And I mean, we're still not quite there in terms of the valuation, but it is about meeting in the middle at some point. And I think that's what this £80 million bid is going to show, that we are serious, but AC Milan are going to have to drop their asking price as well.
Yeah, it's just a matter of it's not far off. 18 million to 25 million. It's not far off, isn't it? It's just both parties are being stubborn. I am 100% convinced it will get over the line. I've no worries at all. Tomorrow morning, right about 10 o'clock in the morning, you'll see it on Fabrizio Romano. Breaking news coming soon, and then a couple of hours later. Here we go. Mike Maignan is a new Chelsea player. It's just going to happen. I can just picture it. So, yeah, it's all good, man. I've actually got a world-class keeper. I cannot remember the last World Cup, Thibaut Courtois, unfortunately. It was the last top-class keeper we've had on board. So, I'm all for it, man. It's going to be good that we've got the defence now. It shores up the whole defence. Having this keeper behind him, knowing that he's going to be organised. He's French captain as well, or vice captain of France, leadership. He's bringing everything, experience. It's all good, man. It just makes us a stronger team, doesn't it? Some of the goalkeeping errors that we've witnessed over the last couple of seasons, it cost us games, cost us points. Last season, goalkeeper errors alone cost us Champions League football. So to know that we've got a keeper that can bail you out when the defense makes a mistake, and it's just good on us. So just get it over the line, Chelsea. Get it over the line. Don't mess about.
No, we've got to get it done. We've got to get it done. We also need to get to 150 likes, people. We've got just about 300 of you in here, around that mark, and we've only got 70 likes as it stands. Come on, people, smash that like button, press the thumbs up. We're gonna speak a little bit more regarding we'll just do like 1 minute about Maignan as well, because there was something earlier, not long ago. I mean, literally 2 hours, and it was all about the way we were negotiating. We stayed at 12.6 million today because Maignan wants to play for Chelsea so much. So that puts us in a better position as a team, because if you've got a player that doesn't want to be there, then there's no point of having him. It's like Mount, it's like Havertz. When the guy Jorginho, all these players, when they want to go, they want to go. There might be top players, but they're not top if they don't want to be there. They don't have that commitment. They don't have that drive. It doesn't help. So interesting that we did come up to 18 million, but I think we'll move on from Maignan there. Nice to see that we've actually, we've still been proactive in trying to get this done. Another deal I'm waiting to hear a little bit more about is Jamie Gittins. If you watch the lunch show, you know that we did make a bid of 29 million and a half pounds for Jamie Gittins. That was rejected. Simon Jones from the Daily Mail said that we're going to make an improved offer. Dortmund wants somewhere in the region of 40 million pounds. I've heard 42 million as well. And obviously, just like Maignan, we want to get Gittins done before the Club World Cup. So for me, if we can get the Maignan deal, that is a proper statement signing. That's probably our statement signing of the window. I think Delap was also a bigger signing than people give it credit for as well. And if we get Gittins, it's just it's a decent addition, but we don't really know what to think of it. But the nice thing about Maignan, you know exactly what you're going to get.
Of course, experience, like we say for you can't buy experience. Gittins, potential. There's a massive difference between potential and experience.
What do you mean, Mike? What are you saying? The Mike deal is off? What are you scaring me for? Who's tweeted that? Or are you just are you trolling us?
Well, with Gittins, wow. Okay, he played in the German league. He absolutely lit it up. He had some astonishing performances in the Champions League again last season. I've seen enough of him. The guy he's got end product. He's absolutely rapid across the floor, moves across the floor quickly. In transition, I think if he's playing a counter-attacking game, he's the ultimate counter-attacking team. The way he can shift for the gears and get up the pitch. Not many players like him, and he's rapid. English as well. He knows Chelsea. He spent a bit of time in Chelsea as I'm aware. He spent a season when he was at youth. He's actually from Reading as well, so he's from your neck of the woods. So he's local.
Yeah, you were.
So yeah, he ticks all the boxes, man. I'm all for it. And also, you're not gonna actually break the bank. 40 million pounds. Considering you paid 85 million for Mikhailo Mudryk and that flopped. I don't feel this is the same kind of transfer. He knows English football. So yeah, I'm all for getting across the line. I hope it does happen.
It's interesting as well looking at Gittins. So Bob's made a really interesting point. He said Gittins is definitely worth the money, a lot better than Noni, and more direct, would help Delap. And his first action is to get the ball in the box or run at them. And then I've seen a response saying that Noni's our most direct attacker. Now, if I can pull this up, I will, because I actually saw this earlier on. You'd be very surprised to see that Jamie Gittins is more direct and has a lot more success in terms of his duels run and his dribbles completed. I know this will probably surprise a lot of people, but if we look at the stats, can you see that clearly, Kev?
Yeah.
So over the course of 90 minutes across all competitions this season, you've got Sancho getting.
You know what it is? It's not a fair assessment. You got to understand that.
No, but if you're looking at it from one perspective, and this is talking about, we're talking about being direct.
Yeah, 2 players in the Premier League, 1 player in the German league. So it's not a fair assessment, mate. in my
Oh,
eyes. You
I
can't.
mean, it's interesting though, isn't it? Because I wouldn't have
Yeah.
I would have expected Madueke's stats to probably be ahead of Gittins because we know Madueke loves to dribble.
But you're talking about a total different ball. German league to the Premier League is black and white in quality, mate. You know what I'm saying? In the Premier League, week in, week out, you're playing against top teams. In the German league, there's 3 or 4 teams at the top, and the rest are very mid. So you cannot make that. So if Gittins was playing in the Prem, I'm sure those stats would be more closer to Madueke's. But from what I could see from him, the guy's got quality. There's no doubt about it. And you're talking about a player who's very direct, who's quick across the ground, who's got end products. That's what you're getting with Gittins. So I have no problems with going for a player like that. I would have preferred to get a Rodrigo from Real Madrid, who's he's obviously proven and top class player, world class player in that light. But £85 million, we're just not going to do it. We're not going to. And also with the transfer, with the wages as well, you're not going to attract a player of Rodrigo's quality on the £150, £150, £150 budget. What we've 150k budget that we've got at the moment. So Gittins makes sense. It really does. And like I said, I'm all for it.
Yeah, I mean, I can't say that I think it's a bad signing because I don't think it's a bad signing, but I don't look at it and think, oh my God, can't wait to get Jamie Gittins. Don't really see him as that type of player. Like this is a player that's going to come, and I don't see a lot of hype. That's probably the best word. But you know what? There's nothing wrong with buying young players that don't have as much experience if you are matching that with experienced players as well. And I think that if we ended up getting Maignan and Jamie Gittins, I think a lot of people would take that. Although I would argue that potentially we need more experience on the wing than we do in goal.
The next step after that has got to be a centre back. It's got to be a number centre back.
We need a centre back definitely. Mark Gurhey would be my number one option.
Well, there's a lot better out there. There's a lot.
Well,
better
I would have taken Dean Huijsen and Jonathan Tah, but those options are gone now.
Yeah, who's Tah gone to?
Bayern Munich.
Bayern now, obviously.
Yeah, classic. Right, let's see what people are saying. Who's going to the Chelsea game in Atlanta? I am going, mate. I'm looking forward to seeing you. I'll see Alevi as well. Good to see you, buddy. Yeah, but again, this is Bowley and Clear Lake. That's what we have to appreciate. This is not Bowley doing the negotiating. It's a different ball game under Clear Lake. So basically being run by different people. So when people try and say that, we're doing one thing, it's the same ownership, but not the same people that were running us. When Bowley was part of the club and we got Sterling and all these players, he was happy to dish out these big contracts. But actually, it's been proven that was a bit of a mistake, doing all that business so quickly. So we have certainly stabled out. But one thing that we can say now is we're not going to be taken for mugs in the window now. If we don't want a player, then we will not go for the player. We're not playing Chelsea tax on any more of these players like we were a year or two ago. Now, you might not like that because we don't get every single player we want, but we're not getting our pants pulled down anymore for players. We're getting good deals. And, I look at the lap, I look at hopefully getting Maignan, and I say that's good business, to be honest with you. And then you look at the other deals that we were able to do with obviously Andre Santos. We've got a Sugo coming in. We're going to have a lot of quality. The next piece of the jigsaw puzzle, if we do get Gittins, I'd probably argue that maybe you need another winger as well, because 4 wingers potentially playing over 60 games in a season. If someone gets injured, that's quite a lot of game time. So there is an argument maybe for another winger. Definitely need another centre back because we don't have enough depth there. We don't have enough quality there.
And obviously, if we look to offload, Nkunku maybe another striker, but I just feel like we need to offload as well. Like I said before, there's Sterling still in the books. There's other players that in and around the squad that there's it's taken up massive proportions of the transfer budget. So offloading is more important than bringing in, because what you don't want to happen is you don't want to be signing all these players and be left with Sterling's and etc. still in the squad come in the start of the season. Because what we're going to do with them, like, you know what I'm trying to say. So looking to offload has got to be vital as well as still strengthening and bringing in acquisitions into the team.
Interesting as well. Steve says I think he talked about the Dortmund supporters and saying they can't believe how much we're paying for Gittins as he can't get in the first team at the moment. They obviously have a new manager, Niko Kovac, and since he's come in, then yeah, I think Gittins just hasn't performed as much, hasn't played as much either. So I think that's part of the reason that his form has dipped. But obviously, it's like any young player. You're not going to be consistent over the whole season. But if we just looked it up until sort of January, February, it was like great. It's only been a little bit poor since then. So you're just hoping that we can have a bounce back and playing in a better environment where I say better environment. I don't know if that's the right word. Hope under a manager who trusts him more. Maybe that's a better word, because he's not. I don't really feel like he's got that trust at Dortmund based on what I've seen recently. And I think he'll get more of that at Chelsea because we don't have many wingers. So we have to lean on these younger players. And that's what we've done. And then that's what we're going to continue to do. Actually, yes, as well. We did forget about Esteval. Yes, so we will have another winger. So actually, after Gittins, you probably don't need another one if Esteval stays. I know that Kendry Pires, he'll probably end up going on loan to Strasbourg.
Yeah. So yeah, there's enough out there. Obviously, you haven't mentioned Palmer as well. Palmer can obviously go on the right side.
He won't play on the wing, mate.
Yeah.
As much as I'd like him to, he won't.
Yeah, but it's cover, isn't it? It's cover, and that's what you need. You need players to be versatile when you need to be. So I have no problems around the wing, but I'm more concerned about they'll find another solid centre back. And with Delap, yeah, I'm kind of happy with it, but I still feel like we could have got there's better strikers out there that we could have got. Or it seems to me this is the method of, and this is the choice that they make. The choices they're making they're being very smart. They're not going out and spending hundreds of millions of pounds now. They're going and spending £30 million, which is it's smart business because you're not going to be losing out. You're going to be making profit. It's all set for profit. Delap has a couple of good seasons, or it doubles his figure, even trebles his transfer figure further down the line. So yeah, it's smart business, but yeah, we just need experience, bro, into this team. We're crying out for it. With the Champions League campaign coming up, this is what you need. The best teams get to the latter stages of the Champions League because they've got experience. And look at Real Madrid a couple of years ago. Benzema, Modric, these players stepped up when they needed them, when they knocked us out. These older players stepped up because they've been there, done it. And that's what we need in our squad as well.
It's true, bro. It's true. Yeah. Well, hopefully we'll be having a stream at 1 o'clock tomorrow, guys, and everything will be plain sailing. We've got both of these deals done, and we get them done for a reasonable price, because I think the 35 million for Gittins is reasonable in the modern market. I think it's slightly higher than we'd go, but it's like meeting in the middle. If they want 40, we want 30. That's okay. And I think that 18 million for Maignan, again, if they want 25, although it probably rounds up to about 21, 22 million euros, that's a very fair deal. I think that I don't really see why Milan would need to negotiate much more. If they're serious about offloading the player who doesn't want to be there, then you just got to get it done. And I think they will, to be honest. I was unsure. I wasn't confident a couple of days ago, but now it's very different. I think that we can get this done. Guys, smash that like button as well. We've got over 200 of you in the building. Haven't reached 100 likes yet. We're on 83. Let's get up to 100. Come on, people. It is 5 minutes to 1 here in Greece. So come on, people. Smash that like button. Let's go. We're going to finish on another player. Big up to Tom for sending this over. We've also got an update on Hugo Ekitike. This is from Pletty Goal. No agreement yet between Hugo Ekitike and Chelsea. Eintracht Frankfurt have also not received an official offer. A participation in the Club World Cup is currently ruled out. Unclear how things will progress with Chelsea. A deal in the next transfer window is still possible, but Liverpool remain in the race and also have held concrete talks with the players' camp, as Nunes, Jota, and Chiesa are all candidates to leave. So, I mean, we're still in the conversation for Ekitike, Kev, but I'll be honest with you, based on what I've read and what I've seen, and his stats, I just don't see how it's worth paying £84 million for this guy, which is about 100 million euros. He's not worth it. He's not worth it. He could be worth it if we did it over multiple seasons, but this is his breakout year. So it's very difficult to justify it.
It's just the same as signing Delap, bro. We don't.
No, Delap was 30 million. He's 84 million. It's very different.
No, but I mean the characteristics.
No, it's different, Kev. It's very different, mate. Delap's a bully. This guy's not a bully.
Yeah, but I want aerial presence. I want box presence.
But Delap gives you box presence.
Nah, not in the same way as
No, don't say it. Don't fucking say it.
Desco. Not in the same way as Chris Wood.
At least you didn't say it. At least you didn't say. Go on, say it.
I said it, Chris Wood.
I was sure you were going to say Chris Wood there. I was like, nah, please don't tell me.
Bro, I don't care, bro. I'd go and sign Chris Wood £20 million. I don't care, bro. I am all for it, bro. Chris Wood, last 10 minutes when your back's against the walls, kick it into the box. He's going to get on the end of something, bro. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking of a tactical. I'm thinking of tactics here. We need box presence, bro. I'm not looking to spend £84 million on Ekitike, whatever his name is.
I'd rather go and spend. You're right, Ekitike.
Ekitike, yeah. When do you have got Benjamin Sesko, who is close to green terms with Arsenal for the same figure, and you get in box?
Yeah. Neon Underdog Kev, he said, I would love it, lol, if we could get Drogba to one-on-one train Delap. Show him how to be a monster. I think he has the potential. Big up to you, Neon. Thanks for the super chat, mate. Yeah, Kev, listen, I could get behind that a little bit more than the signing of Chris Wood. I mean, come on, mate. We've got a young player, Delap. You're not excited for Delap? I'm excited. I'll be honest. I'm excited. I'm not saying he's awesome, but
I am. Like I said, I'm not. It's a good signing. £30 million. I've seen enough of him from last season to make my own mind up that the way he, like I said, he's a shithouse, mate. He bullies people. He puts himself around. He gets into defenders' heads. He's like a Diego Costa kind of player. I am happy for it, but I'm still not convinced he's got that box presence that we need. I haven't seen enough of it. I've seen enough of him dropping deep and going wide and being an attacking forward in that sense, but in the box he doesn't score. I haven't seen him score a header or anything like that. And that's what I feel like he's still, when you've got the ball wide and you want to cross that ball, you need in the box presence. As there's no point having all these wingers. What's the point having all these wingers that can take a player on, beat a man, when he comes to crossing the ball, there's no one in there to put the ball in the net. So this is why I want a player with those characteristics, like a Sesko, who's class in the air, Usherman, class in the air, Guy Corres, class in the air, Chris Wood, class in the air. Yeah, someone get the header in, put a header. I haven't seen a striker like that for Chelsea since Giroud, who's good in the air. So that's what I want. I don't want the same as Delap. I want someone who's different. I want a different striker.
Well, Chris Wood is different. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
Andy Carroll's on the market as well.
Well, maybe 10 years ago that wouldn't be bad. Would it be a bad signing, to be fair? If you want box presents,
Andy Carroll will give you lots of box presents.
Brilliant. Really in the box.
You know when Andy Carroll played for Reading, I did live in Reading. I live near Reading now, and we went to a pub when Andy Carroll was a Reading player, and we just saw him having a drink watching one of the Arsenal games, and I was like, "Oh, Andy, can I get a picture?" And he just looked at me. He had his hood up, and he was like, "Nah, man." And I was like, "Yeah, he didn't want people to recognize him." So I kind of appreciate it, to be fair. But he was great for Reading. Andy Carroll was on fire, mate. He was brilliant. Almost as good as the 94 people that have smashed the like button. Come on, people. Almost there. Let's get to 100. We've got 215 of you. Let's get in there. Let's get straight up there. Big up to Neon Underdog again. Appreciate the super chat, mate. It's very kind of you. Kev has Big Wood for Chris Wood. Facts. That is very true. Oh, we've had another fab tweet as well. Right. Let's see what he said. God, this is good, Kev. This is good.
Here we go.
Right. What's fab said?
Here we go.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Yeah, but I thought it was going to be... Kev, it's not the one. It's not the goalkeeper we wanted to talk about. It's Bettinelli.
Oh,
so I was getting a bit excited thinking it was going to be a Maignan. Here we go.
Oh, I am 150 million% convinced now that he's gone. Pepper's gone. Maignan, he's going.
Well, Bettinelli, I mean, here we go. So he is going. He's definitely going.
So that means that there's definitely going to be incoming in the goalkeeper news coming soon. So that's made me more assured that things are going to get over the line with that deal.
Does Kevin want Mike now?
Who's that?
Mike Maignan, presumably.
100%. 100%.
So he is leaving Chelsea to join Man City as the new third goalkeeper. The green light also from the player who will travel to the FIFA Club World Cup. Here we go. Definitely getting the bag, mate. 100% getting the bag in. No question there. And how can you blame him? It's a good life. You're a professional goalkeeper who doesn't have to play. It's great. I honestly think that's one of the best careers that you can have out there. Go to training, or you get to watch the games. You get first class access into the ins and outs of a football club. You get to see how the top managers and the top players operate, and you don't have to actually contribute whatsoever, except bringing the vibes, having a bit of enthusiasm, and
he's probably still getting 15k a week just for doing fuck all. 15k a week, literally just for doing shit all.
Scott Carson apparently was on 30k according to Tom.
Just for doing nothing.
That is mad. I reckon Bettinelli's getting more than 30 grand though.
Nah, because you get
he'll have a pay rise, won't he? So what's his wage at the moment?
You get performance fees. You have to you get appearance fees and everything else, don't you? You probably build up to 30k, but if you don't make appearances, you probably get the bare minimum. That's what I understand of contracts.
Oh, so, yeah, it's all in dollars. Crazy, Jesus Christ. Okay, so he's on about 35k a week at Chelsea, which makes me think that he's going to get a pay rise to go to City. So if he was on 35k, he's going to go up to maybe 40, 45. That's a good pay rise.
Yeah.
Fair enough, isn't it? Extra 10 grand a week. You're not going to say no, are you?
Mate, he'll be the third keeper there, won't he, as well? He'd be behind Edison and that German keeper. What's his name? City's keeper. City's second keeper. What's his name? The German.
No, it's not German, mate. It's just Ortega. He's Spanish, isn't he?
German.
Is he? Didn't know he's German.
Yeah. I'll bet my life on it.
Oh, fuck. You're right.
Hey, Alex, doing the EverQuest to my ball knowledge, I might not get the names right, but I definitely...
Mate, you know what? After you telling me that Ortega's German, I didn't know that. I'm actually considering the signing of Chris Wood.
Yeah.
Well, in the scouting department.
Sign him now. Sign him now. Remember Didier Drogba said about no, remember Jose Mourinho said about Didier Drogba. Sign him now, thank me later. Same with Chris Wood. Seriously, brother.
Oh god. It just doesn't sound like a German name though, does it? It sounds like a Spanish name.
He's actually American German, I think. From what my understanding. American. Yeah, I'm sure.
Mad. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Well, he does play FIFA. See, I played FIFA, but my TV stopped working for the Xbox, so I had to stop playing. I'll be honest with you, I was shite. Absolutely shite at FIFA. I stopped playing for 4 years. Don't know what they've done to the game. They fucked it up. It's terrible now. It used to be a good game. Now FIFA is an abomination, mate. It's like, how realistic do you want to make
FIFA is now?
It's rubbish.
FIFA is like Taboli. FIFA is probably EA 25 is run by all the bothered about is how much packs you basically you have to go on Ultimate Team and you have to pay. Some packs are worth £50, bro. So think about this: the game's worth 45 quid, but packs are £50 for you to get players, bro. And some people actually spend big money just to get players, bro. It's just crazy, bro. It's nothing to do with gameplay. It's about what cards you get in Ultimate Team. That's literally FIFA in a nutshell.
There you go. There you go. Listen, guys, we've got 200 and just under 240 of you in the building. We're on just over 100 likes. Let's get up to 150. All right. You know what? I don't think we're going to get up to 200. All right. That's fair enough. It's what it is. Let's get up to 150 though. Smash that like button if you've enjoyed. Smash the like button in fact, should we do a quick poll before we round it out, Kev? Let's do a quick poll because I think there's a question that everybody wants to know, which is should Chelsea
sign Chris Wood?
Yes.
Really? Yeah. Listen, everyone's going to say no.
We don't know that, Kev. We don't know that. We don't know. We're gonna find out. We're gonna see what happens. You've been advocating for the signing of Chris Wood. I want to know what the people have to say.
He scored 20 goals in the Premier last season. Why wouldn't you look to sign a player?
Oh, Kev, look, you've got a vote. You got a vote. You got 2 votes.
31.
90% of people, as it stands, think that Chelsea should not sign Chris Wood.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this, Kev. What would you do if we did sign him?
I'd go straight to the club shop. I'd get his number and name printed on the back, and I'll put it on my wall.
That'd be great. That'd be great. I'd probably start a GoFundMe, mate, to help you buy that shirt as well.
Bro, listen. When we
went advocating for a player like that, you deserve free shirt.
Bro. So we went to the Nottingham Forest game, and that guy was a threat, bro. I was saying our defenders could not pick him up, bro, because his movement in the box was decent, and it was only a matter of time before he got on the end of one of them balls, bro. He's a threat. He's exactly. I'm not saying start the guy, but I'm saying in games where you're playing against teams that have got big players, big defenders, low block, get the ball into the box to Wood, try and get an end of it. If you get another striker in a similar mold, I'm happy for it. But he won't. Would sign you for £15 million? You're not going to lose out on him.
Oh, mate, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm looking forward to it. Big up to everyone. Appreciate you coming on as always, Kev. Big up to everyone that's watched for the whole show. Good to see everyone that jumped on as well. Jumping on for the Maignan news as well. Fingers crossed we can get that done as well. Bettinelli's off to City. All the best to him. And we'll catch up very soon. Thanks so much, Kev, for coming on. And